Hi guys, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. If not, you're welcome back. I'm back here today with another video. Back here today with another video. I don't want to go into... First, let me just sip my tea. Here's my cup of tea. So I am currently at my sister's house. This is her mug and this is her clothes that I'm wearing, her headband and her wig, because most of you know me with those 3 weeks that I always wear, but I came to my sister's house from the hospital because I was just feeling so overwhelmed at home. So my son came back, my oldest son came back from Ghana, almost 2 weeks now. I think 2 weeks tomorrow. And I've just been feeling so overwhelmed. Ibadu ngani video fenke mandinka kanto sign. Ndingo koto mani amurta nangana abuta nangana nat bari fengo be falintal ndingo ka aka dafay ek si kaw togo yi si kaw taboli muy joy di yuhu di egg si kaw wàcc daanu si suuf affaire si daf ma just munuma koy handle léegi ma oo luwaa gi ñu yóbbu ma dem tëddal sama bopp bi am fa may tëddal sama bopp bi tuuti ba ma xam lu may def daal. Léegi fu ma nekk ni am na nit ñi may wax ne yow yaa ngi bàyyi sa doom si kër bi, keneen su ñëwee koo xam ne mënuta handle sa doom yi mu leen a dóor. Àdduna ñun ñu bari jaar nañ si loolu, wante ñun ñëpp xam nañ ne loolu du lu ñu gënal ñun kenn. Ba pare kenn du jur sa doom nga jël ko. Gëmuma ne kenn dina bugg a jur doomam. Ma jur suma doom ma defar ko ci suma xol bi ba ma kontaan. Lu bari xew na loo xam ne dama bugga man ci li ma gënal ci àdduna daal ci suma jaar yëpp suma bàyyee suma xel bu baax nit ki daal lépp lu la mos a dal rek lépp lu mën a happen man li ma gëm ci li gën mooy seetal lu baax li xew, parce que boo xoolee àdduna bi yaaxu yu bari moo fi nekk. Léegi óorul pour nga jàpp di wax ne kii daf ma def lii. Nit ki bu la defee dara di la ko defaat daf ko mun ci yow. Léegi te man noonu laa dee gisee mbir mi. Am na yoo xam ne man duma bugg a jël comme nit su ñëwee mu kopp ma coow, man duma dee bugg a respond ak coow. Parce que dama gëm ne loolu dafay gën a yokk ay problème yoo xam ne amul njëriñ. Doo bëggaat sa bopp. Maa ngi nii lu bari xaw na maa ngi nii toogaat bay xool suma bopp ba maa ngi smile. Why? Because yow soo amee good intention nga jàppa nit ñi seen xol bi nii dangay war a moytu ñu daaneel la parce que sa doom su defee mistake boobu sax wante xale la duma ko mun a wax duma ko mun a wax ne lii sa faute la wante duma mun a tamit wax ne keneen la loolu dafa irresponsible man si suma opinion that is so irresponsible kon yow amuloo faith àdduna so moo tax ñun dañ war a bàyyi suñu xel looy def si àdduna rek prepare nga xam ne lu nekk mun na xew wante lu nekk préparation la su ma xoolee suma botti nii ba léegi li ma gom suma jëkkër bi ma ko gisee ko angel bi mu doon ci man ba léegi foofu lay jàpp parce que affaire si dafa garaawoon sama kër maak sama yaay man du may xam lu xew dara xaw ma sax lu xew man si li ma gom daal moytu bu ëppa bi sama yaay li may moytu bu ëppa bi xaw ma ndax moo koy xatal wante man ñun ñëpp xam nañ ne am na loo xam ne lu nu topp daal soo gisee ñun ñëpp nekkuñ si suñ julli yi am na lu ko waral léegi dangay gis ne loolu dafay jaar sa yaay jaar sa jëkkër jaar sa doom looloo tax ma dee mën a moytu waaye te loolu dama dee yëg ne affaire si booy jën a moytu la dee jën a topp dee jën a topp léegi man suma jëkkër bañ naa parce que ku nekk dama comme ne ku nekk yàlla daf la dénk man si suma opinion munoon nga ma jën a tee bu jën a bu jën a dëgër lii parce que ni ma la gisee mun nga ko si li ma gom loolu laa gom ci yow ne mun nga ko moo tax ñu dénkamal wante duma deny ne affaire si is not ne nekkut loo xam ne dafa diis oyofut noonu de xama oyofut wante diisut tamit balaa may jaxasoo sax man diisut de wante oyofut tamit am na yum àndal yoo xam ne yow fi nga juddoo niñ la yaree xamuloo yooyu noonu so wante man dama dee wax sama bopp man ñëwuma di la def naka sedut noonu you know dama dee moytu bu baax dama la dee téye ci suma xol bi bu baax so su ñëwee ñu indil ma suma doom biñ jël suma loxo nii waxuñ ma sax lu tax mu ngi dem Gaana ma ne neexu bugguma suma doom bi dem dëgg la dama soonoon si suma xol bi dama soonoon bi mu demee Gaana teel nañ ma suma doom bi in the best possible way Ghanaians ak xale dañuy jooy parce que wante loo ci mën su fekkee ne xale bi nii la daan behave foofu ngeen ma koy nëbba kon gars yi dañ ma fenal so dañ war a bàyyi suñ xel si façon yëf yi sooy def dara ma ne la neexuma yëf yi xol bi ñun ñëpp ñoo ko bokk after man su ma dofee sama dem yow yaay ñaaka parce que ñun ñëpp ñoo bokk benn xol bi su ma lay wax ne man lu may caaxaan wala lu ma mer yenn saa su ma meree parce que dama dee muñ yoo xam ne after xol bi du dee mun a lifin rek nii laa dee def most of the time loolu moo dee happen but when it comes to xale xam naa loolu laa doon avoid ma ne xaaral ma dem uti ndimbal balaa may ñëw ma jàpp suma doom bi di ko dóor te suma doom bi dama so but anyway léegi man daal li ma ci gis mooy dafa leer ne lépp li ñu topp nii jaama bégte bànneex daal loolu mooy ak set loolu mooy problème bi suma doom bi bëgg naa ko lool maa ngi koy ñaanal am naa féet si moom gom naa ne dina def li gën ci moom parce que dañu war a bàyyi suñu xel affaire si su la jegee rek xamal ne am so yenn saay daf lay jege rek nga changé wante balaa ngay changé dangay xalaat ni nga meloon sa intention bi nga am pour def lu baax loolu moo tax after dangay dem nga blame sa boppa nga fàtte li loolu and then you start being too hard on yourself so moo tax yenn yi buñ la si dee forcé nga xam sa xol bi mënulu antaluloo ko bul ko def bul nangu because dañu war a avoid mu dem to a point woo xam ne dañuy lash out yëpp yaaxu suñ liggéey biñ def yëpp mu yaaxu dafa mel ni nit bugga lay def in mental slavery by force yenn saay sa dangay dem nga ne jarut may wax loolu yëpp jarut may wax loolu yëpp parce que su nekkoon na suma xel gi ak suma xol gi wante fu ma nekk nii foog naa ne wax naa loo xam ne is enough pour ñi may déglu ak ñi may dégg nga xam ne ñoo ma dee wish well every time te ma gom ko te loo xam ne nag am na yoo xam ne su xewee daf lay remind sa bos kii caganga kii ñun ñëpp fii ku nekk am nga sa bos wante fen bi la sooy def am na yoo xam ne boo koy def ngay nobu affaire si daf lay moom wante su fekkee ne like comme li ngay def ak sa jëkkër li ñuy def nii lii dafa am secret that's why it's so special so that is something that is the power that we hold when it comes to private love making. Nobody is going to take it out unless you are comfortable with the people. I don't even know you. So, God, I don't like to talk like that because we were once very kind and welcoming, but we're never stupid. And this is the one that is, it is what it is. If I do this, whatever I do here, whether it's my husband or it's mine, I choose to touch it or whatever in my own body, I'm going to share it if I want to. What I don't want is for people to get so weak and forget that they have this thing also have a heart. You're touching yourself, you're touching yourself, you're touching yourself, you're touching yourself. Sometimes the kids are even crying. You're doing that. And let me tell you that whatever happened, what is against us has a lie set up for me. I can clearly tell that this is probably what I was doing, and that's why my kid is so, because it is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. So we're not going to lie. And I think just like our life will cleanliness, no more, even if you don't have, when you see a clean home or somebody that speaks true, is attractive. So I'm not going to lie and say, too much cleanliness, too much this, or just being too honest and this is bad. Because that is what gives me peace. But you have to understand that this thing has a heart too. And it holds all of us. So when you're doing that and the child is there, sometimes these kids, they know. And it's going to bring confusion, you know. But I don't know. Like I said, there's a power somewhere, but I just want us to be careful. I just want us to be careful, not to get carried away. Because if you're doing this and you say that this is what holds you, and you're talking to something else, and and so this is what happened. Why is it that I'm not paying attention to my kids? Maybe that thing that is so nice that we didn't think that we would be able to do it in this way now, and we achieve it. That's why. The enemy came to steal, kill, and destroy. The stealing and the manipulation, the way the enemy does it. But anyway, guys, we are strong people, and we are forgiving people. That is not going to change, because it is ridiculous to be stuck in something forever. If your heart, like when I prayed and I have little bit of room, I'm just like, I forgot a lot of things. It did not matter. So it's just the confusion. And when you go back to praying and reminding yourself the things, the peace that you want, everything goes back to its place. So those things that we want to create here has never been here. And it's not going to stay. So when we lie to ourselves, we're going to suffer inside. So but respectfully, I just came and I wanted to share what is in my heart. And I just wanted you guys to know, because I have to respect my son's heart as well. He is, not even 10 years old, but he is capable of thinking for himself and making his own decisions. So if those decisions, obviously as a parent, you have to be the parent. But, the heart also can do things in the heart. So just because they're sitting here does not mean that they're not co-creating with us. So you have to give them that respect. So I know that he's not somebody, he doesn't want to talk too much and all these things. So I don't want to bring him into this like that. But I just wanted you guys to know that something happened, and I went to the hospital and they took care of me. I got, because we all have one heart. I can't be there and get everything that I want, because somebody else, all these things. So I ended up leaving sooner than I wanted to stay there. But I'm at my sister's house now. I think things is just too much for my husband. So I'm looking for somewhere to stay. And because I don't want to be, I know I'm not well, and I know that I am so broken. So I don't want it to affect my kid. My husband is a good father. He is, even when I move, doesn't mean that I'm not going to go and see my kids. But I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of myself. So and it's not like I don't have money. I don't even know what to do, but I'm breathing, there is life, and there are other things that I wanted to do, and that is going to be sad. But I can't put something on someone if they're not able to do it for me. So we have to refuse being stuck. So people have their own opinions and all of these things, but I know how I feel. I know how I suffer. And it feels like the more I am in pain, the more the enemy is comfortable sitting in my heart and just listening to my pain. And I know that. Because I know that, I'm not going to sit and encourage that, you know. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come here and share. One second, guys. Y'all guys can see how much I've been eating. I wouldn't call it junk, but you know, food at the hospital doesn't really have like spices like that and things like that you know we sometimes need, but it's fine. I wasn't there that long. But anyway, I'm back now. So anyway, I'm back, and I just thought that I should end this video by reading a little bit, because I really enjoy my videos, and I think that things like reading, things that are very, you know, the responsible things and discipline, things that keeps your mind also stimulated. I don't want us to put that, you know, push that there because we're fighting. This is also a weapon, you know, it's a weapon. So, you know, just telling the foods that you eat, you know, stories and reading and making sure that they are focused and you're not always, you know, it is a way of using you also, because, and then, you know, so, but anyway, I just want us to be more careful. I think it's hard, and we thought that it just cannot get this hard. But you know, the thing with life is, if you created it, it's going to go back to where it came from. And I don't want us to be to rush things, because karma, revenge that takes care of itself is very sweet. You know, when you're giving out something that you yourself cannot handle, when it goes back, it really is interesting. Full stop. So, you know, it's just going to give you back your power, and you're going to believe again that good is better than evil. It's more powerful. And you know, you the things that you believe are, they still, you know, I mean, if something else came and it has better intention and it's teaching me something else that makes me happy, then if I lie about it, I will suffer. But if it's giving me headache all the time, even being honest about it now is just like being in la la land, because it doesn't matter, because something just comes and sits in my pain, and the whole day I'm just talking about what I'm feeling, and you know, and it's just, I want to say it's unfair, but this is what the enemy came to do. So if you are listening to me and you know that I don't like it, you probably even put me through all of this to shame me and come and listen to me and make me a liar, because you are a liar. You're telling me that you are lying to me, you're filming a video and I'm not aware. And then anybody that listens to this, you're listening to them. Because, you know, when they caught you, you were ashamed, because lying, it's not as good, it's not a good feeling. But you're not going to stop it because of whatever reason. But anyway, guys, I just thought I should read a little bit from this book, you know, and this, I just want to open a random page. It doesn't have chapters, but it's called, it says, The Tears That Taught Me. So that's what the book says. It says, The Tears That Taught Me by Morgan Richard Olivier. You can see there. So I just want to just quickly read, you know, just to like stimulate our mind, just so, you know, if all these foods that I consume and beverages are so confused, and they believe that I'm somewhere rapping and that is the energy, but that is not the case, because you just never know. A spell is something that when you're under a spell, you are under a spell. But anyway, sometimes it takes a long time to break these spells, but we give thanks. We give thanks to life. I want to say thank you to the universe. I am grateful. I might come back here tomorrow and do this again, which would be lovely, so we can stay connected. I can't say that things have been great, but I am faithful. I am faithful. Yes, I am faithful. So I'm just going to read a page on this book quickly. The tears that taught me. Whenever you're in the midst of a situation or relationship, your base and emotions have the tendency to blind you. You are so accustomed to routine that sometimes you fail to see that something is wrong. For years, I struggled with seeing the bigger picture. I tolerated chaos because I was accustomed to it and found myself. Because I was accustomed to it and found myself drowning in anxiety. Because I simply couldn't handle it, I didn't even know where to begin. It wasn't until I detached that I realized it wasn't until I detached that I realized what had been irritating my peace for so long. The same practice applied whenever it came to the journey of self-assessment and healing. I had to distance myself to get a better view of what I didn't want and what I truly need. If you are in a season where you are riddled with anxiety, questioning everything, or tired of the trails, or tired of the trails, I encourage you to take multiple steps back. Embrace isolation and seek to identify the true impact of your environment and even your thought process. Giving yourself the space and time to analyze your past and present can very well change the choice of your health and future. Okay, let me sip tea. Thank you guys. I really love my tea. When I realized just how much my mindset and words impacted my peace and progress, I began to speak less and walk more. I accepted the truth that it was my unhealthy desire to be praised, and supported that left me frustrated. unsupported that left me frustrated and stagnant. Today and every day, I encourage you to focus on what truly matters. Don't waste time trying to create a life that looks like #goals, but you can't stand it. Stand it. Don't waste words on people who are hell-bent on hurting you or incapable of receiving the power of your message. Don't slow yourself down to entertain anything that doesn't bring you peace or align with your purpose. Your progress is not based on popularity or how many people applaud you. It's based on your energy, alignment, and effort. Guys, I just want to just, this really is what I feel like I wanted to do. To touch myself and hearts in this way. To touch myself, It can't be a crime. But if it is, tell me. I want to see, I want to know and see the crime that I created. But yes, focusing on yourself. When things got too much, I just kept telling myself, focus on yourself, focus on yourself, focus on yourself. And sometimes, well, I'm not going to end this talking about something that came to destroy me. But I just want to just do that. And, the power of the spirit still, this kind of spirit still is alive. And faith. I just opened a random page. And that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to read it already and then come here and then I am being, like I'm avoiding. I already know and I'm trying to. I just wanted to give it to you guys raw and honest. And we will do this again tomorrow. I will come back here tomorrow. Same book. We'll open a page and read about that. I should have just made sure that paid attention. But sometimes sometimes I feel like I'm not here because the pain is too much that I feel like I'm just wronged and I didn't choose this. But so I can't give too much of myself to it. But when the things that I did and I'm preaching and I practice comes back and I'm reminded of those things, I laugh again. Because to me, this is it's just like, ñàkk fayda la. ñàkk fayda la ma bàyyi sama soxla yëpp lu ma war a defar pour sa man ak amul njëriñ parce que si suma jaar-jaar comme ni ma ko doon waxee damay delluwaat si suma wax di waxati di wax te suma soxla laa bëgg a toppatoo. So guys, I'm praying for myself. maa ngi ñaanal sama bopp lépp li nga xam ne bëgg naa ko pour mu jox ma jaama bi nga xam ne moo ma jig moo jaama ji nga xam ne moo ma jàppa yan naa ko am. yéen itam maa ngi leen di ñaanal lépp li ngeen xam ne loolu ngeen bëgg a loo xam ne daf leen a jox jaama boo xam ne moo leen jig te jàpp leen yan ngeen ko am. ala baraka baake fo waatu doo ngal kanu le alfana ye kanu. Merci morsu merci. It's like, never mind. But thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Aïssatou Fawatudo.